It would be nice if we could build higher and higher vertical gardens to the point where there would be no limits to how much food we could produce at home. The truth is that no matter what we do, there will always be some limiting factors. True, it is not practical to have very high vertical gardens at home, but even if you build a garden with 2 or 3 levels above ground, you will be able to significantly increase the amount of food produced in a small area. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hydro Garden channel, the home of vertical food gardening. In a previous episode, I showed you how to build a vertical garden using a galvanized steel mesh to provide support for planters. I think that system worked well, and it can be easily expanded to provide extra room to grow a lot of vegetables, even if the only area you have is a wall facing the sun. When I tried this concept, I initially built only 1 row of planters on the vertical garden. I wanted to see if plants could grow well and if the mesh was going to be strong enough. Well, it was strong enough, and the vegetables I planted grew well. So now I wanted to see if the metal mesh was going to be strong enough to support 3 more levels of planters, including the weight of the soil, the plants, and the irrigation water. I also wanted to see if there were other problems with this vertical garden which I had not yet identified. As I needed more brackets and back support for those brackets, I decided to make a simple template that would help me speed up the construction process. By making a template, I would only have to do the measurements once instead of measuring every one of these bracket supports. Finishing all the parts you need all at once is more efficient, as you don't have to start and stop all the time. And also you get better and better as you repeat the same task over and over. I was also able to install the brackets on the metal mesh faster because all the brackets and back support were all there, ready to be used. This allowed me to maintain work rhythm, which is very important when you're trying to gain efficiencies as well. I had no problem installing the 2nd row of planters, but with the 3rd level I began to struggle, so I had to use a step ladder to work comfortably. I was already noticing at that point that there are limitations to how high you can build a vertical garden. When I finally reached the 4th level, there was no doubt in my mind that growing vegetables at that height was going to be quite difficult at best and probably very unsafe as well. I think safety is a very important consideration when building a vertical garden. Once you fill planters with soil, they can become quite heavy, and if ever one of those planters accidentally falls, that would be quite dangerous for anyone standing next to the vegetable garden at that time. For that reason, it is important to secure all planters to the metal mesh to ensure none of the planters will accidentally fall from the structure. A 3-level vertical garden is probably a good compromise between using all the space available and being able to work efficiently and safely. Surely, when everything is considered, the sky is not really the limit for vertical gardens, but it cannot be denied that being able to expand your food production area so much is indeed a great thing for all of us who can only access a small production area to grow as much food as possible.